What is up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day. What a week that past week has been for me, and I know many of my friends. A lot of heavy came out, and it's part of life, right? Yeah, it's like how you deal with it. It was so beautiful for me to see. And I wouldn't consider it trauma dumping, but everyone communicated what was going on in their life and shared the way out, what the solution was. They didn't stay focused in the problem. And that's something I really value about this new community that I've got gathered around me, and the love they have for me and the love I have for them. It ain't trauma dumping. It ain't fucking wallowing in the shit. It's cool shit happens. This is what's going on. And then everyone bounces ideas off and sees how they can slide in to help one another. That's another thing I'm learning is like how to accept help, just like with my day-to-day activities. Even sometimes I can get overwhelmed with the mundane task of children, dishes, rearranging the house and shit. And yeah, I've just had a bunch of friends come and just provide help for me and just be there and show their love for me. And this year for me has been I feel like I'm a loving person and my heart's open and I can show love, but receiving love is still difficult. But it's less difficult than it was yesterday. I'm going to pray. Divine Creator, I just ask that you flow into my life and make me a channel of peace, love, and happiness. I am your instrument, and I am happy to play your tune. I just want you to be with my son and daughter in school today as they navigate their day, and try to be with Patrick as he has big emotions and is learning to control them. And I just want to thank you for my community and my newfound communication and level-headedness with people who used to trigger me. And yeah, I'm just so grateful to have people on my side and the daily motivation to get up and accomplish tasks. And yeah, plus them change me. Cool. Yeah, it seems like the heavier it is, like the less I want to do this shit. So we're on it's February 5th. Cool. The Daily Stoic. Steady your impulses. Don't be bounced around, but submit every impulse to the claims of justice and protect your clear conviction in every appearance. Marcus Aurelius. Think of the manic people in your life, not the ones suffering from an unfortunate disorder, but the ones whose lives and choices are in disorder. Everything is soaring highs or crushing lows. The day is either amazing or awful. Aren't those people exhausting? Don't you wish they just had a filter through which they could test the good impulses versus the bad ones? There is such a filter: justice, reason, philosophy. If there's a central message of Stoic thought, it's this: impulses of all kinds are going to come, and your work is to control them. Like bringing a dog to a heel. Put more simply, think before you ask. Think before you act. Ask, who is in control here? What principles are guiding me? I like that. I mean, that's kind of what I'm talking about a little bit. Like this past week, I've noticed it's like shaking a lot of things up. And then the ones who are able to control their impulses were able to take a step back and just kind of see it for what it is. I like how it says like with these lenses of justice, I forget what the other one, philosophy, and reason, right? Like I am so blessed to have a spiritual foundation, right? A belief system in which, or a lens, we can wear different glasses any day we want, right? The lens can change, and that's the beauty of being a human to me, because I've had many different lenses where I like to view things. Um, but yeah, am I doing the right thing? Am I living by spiritual principles? And the 12-step program of AA, they have the four absolutes: honesty, purity, unselfishness, and love. And I was taught by a dear friend that, those are measuring sticks, kind of like, or a lens, which I can frame my thoughts, right? Frame my actions. So if I'm thinking something or go to interact in reality and I'm saying, is this unselfish? Is this pure? Is this loving? Um, or am I just doing it because I'm just running on past programming, these thought loops? And so that really helps me. And I mean, I like what the Bible says, love is kind, love is understanding. And I don't know the rest, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's just there's so many different frameworks on which, or lenses on which I can put on, so my thoughts to actions can go through these lenses and I'm able to enhance the being that I am. And I used to think of life as like a challenge, and I used to have a very demeaning lens, right? Like, think I'm being attacked or super defensive all the time. And so, fuck those lenses. Like, it's like, but like I said, it's beautiful being a human. I can put on whatever lens I want. I didn't realize I had these lenses on back in the day until I was able to find a community to help me grow, and they they put on a new pair of glasses for me, and I could see things through a different lens, and I'm like, oh, I like this better. I want to see the world like this better. And then as time goes on, I just keep picking up cooler and cooler glasses to see, you know glasses of love. If I can think and feel through my heart space rather than analyzing situations, and let's see, I don't know, yeah, because it is, I can think things and I can analyze things and deductive reasoning and figure out the most efficient logical way, which is great in some aspects. If I'm doing like tasks, right? Like, you want to be efficient and logical, or logistic shit, you know. But then if I'm dealing with people and emotions, I kind of want to operate out of my heart space, and operate with love, because logic with humans and interactions is irrelevant. I mean, if we're moving shit around, or if we're working or doing a project, that's one thing. But if you're actually interacting with someone on a spiritual level or an emotional level, then you need to operate. You don't need to, but it's most efficient and fun and loving to operate out of your heart space. See the lens through your heart. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much. Oh, cool. Julie put it on there. She knows it. That's awesome. It's 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not eagerly angered, and it keeps no records of wrongs. Fuck yeah, that's so amazing. I love that last part so much too. It keeps no records of wrongs, right? Because I used to have a tally sheet, dude. And that would build my lens, right? Like, oh, I'm more cautious of this person because of this that took place, or I would get people back, infidelity in relationships. I would feel betrayed, and I would go betray. I would be the betrayee, different things like that. And just because I wasn't operating out of my heart, I wasn't being loving. I was being selfish and protecting myself. That's another thing that like keeps coming up. I call it porcupining, right? Like, if I am feeling hurt, I tend to defense mechanism I use. I porcupine. My quills come out. Instead of being loving, I actually attack back. My defenses go out and I stab back at someone. And that is okay. It's just a defense mechanism, but it's no longer serving me. So I need to release it. And it's the thing, like, I need to honor these things that no longer serve me, because they did serve me for a time. they were very valuable in my life for a time, and they protected me. And that's awesome, because sometimes people need protected, and that's what they're for. But it's realizing, oh, I'm still displaying these patterns to people who aren't doing these things to me, right? Like, they're not hurting me anymore. So why am I still running off my old defense mechanisms, right? So fuck yeah. Thank you so much, Julie, for that. I love you guys so much, and have a blessed day, and I will catch you on the flip side.